Hello guys. Hello guys. This is Vedanta Computer. I'm telling you how to do polynomial multiplication and addition with the help by using dynamic memory allocation. In front of you, I'm presenting an example. Okay, I already wrote this example. Just I'm explaining it because this video will be short and understandable for you right now. Uh, First of all, the first structure that represents terms present in a polynomial. Suppose this is a polynomial. Suppose this is a polynomial like 5x cubed plus 2x plus 3. Then the 5x cube, it is the first term of this polynomial. When we create structure, then we think this term, and from this term we can predict or we can create structure term which has coefficient and exponent. The other structure represents the total terms present in a polynomial. Therefore, we are taking first variable as number of terms present in polynomial. Suppose in this polynomial number of terms are 3. First one is 5x cubed, second one is 2x, and last one is 3. So the number of terms is 3. So this polynomial represents whole polynomial. Okay. After that I am creating a function which creates polynomial, because I'm creating polynomial dynamically, not with the help of static polynomial like a structure. I'm creating dynamic polynomial. Therefore I'm create a function which has a return type void and parameter struct poly, pointer struct poly. Right now we understand what is actually the create function is. Now the screen, now you are seeing create function which has a return type void and parameter of struct poly star temp. Right, star temp represents actual polynomial's address. In this function I am creating I variable which shows iteration. Iteration means number of terms present in polynomial. This I shows that terms. After that I am taking number of terms, non-zero terms. I'm not considering zero terms in this polynomial. I'm taking only non-zero terms present in this polynomial and scan that terms and put it into the temp which has n member variable of type integer. Right now you're getting understand ki n is nothing but number of terms present in a polynomial. After that I'm creating term t, structure term t reference or a pointer which shows or which indicates the initial address of an array which contains number of terms present in this polynomial. After that I'm using a malloc. Malloc function is used to create dynamic memory allocation which is present in library stdlib. If you use malloc and not including stdlib, then you'll get compile time error. By using malloc I'm creating or I'm allocating some memory allocation, and that pointing to this memory allocation is pointed by t, and t is nothing. T is acquiring initial address of this memory block, okay, which represents structure terms present in that polynomial. After that I'm creating a for loop where I'm getting every term's exponent and coefficient from user. and put it into that terms which are allocated by malloc function. And after that I'm inserting a slash n or new line character. This is a create function which dynamically creates structure terms. Okay, I'm not creating an array, I'm not creating an array originally in this polynomial. I'm creating a pointer and allocating memory address of the initial address of this memory block which created by malloc function. Then I'm creating other function which is display function. Right now I'm showing you how display function works. Actually display function return type is also void and its parameter is only structure poly. Because why am I'm getting only polynomial, not pointer type of variable? Because I do not want to do any particular operation on particular terms. I just want to show it. Therefore I'm creating only polynomial variable, or I'm passing polynomial variable to the display function. Right now see, this is the original display function. It looks like a normal function which has a parameter type structure poly. Name is temp, which represents actual polynomial which has already entered by user. And then same I is indicating number of terms present in a polynomial. So I'm displaying a message given polynomial is. I'm repeating the for loop up to n number of terms present in that polynomial. First I'm checking key exponent is not equal to 0 and exponent is not equal to 1, because I need to represent polynomial in its original form, like 5x cubed plus 2x plus 1, not adding plus extra after some exponent after some after some coefficient which does not have any exponent. Okay, then I'm presenting printf like this: percentage dx caret operator percentage d. First percentage d represents coefficient and other percentage d represents exponent present in that term. Then I'm using other else loop, if loop, where I'm checking that exponent is strictly equal to 1. When exponent is strictly equal to 1, I do not need to put it on x. I just represent it in the form of a x. And we know that if x does not have any exponent, then its exponent is 1. After that, I'm taking this if loop. If suppose some addition occurs between polynomial and the resultant contains extra memory spaces, so that memory spaces contains 0 coefficient, so I do not want to represent coefficient 0 term. Okay, this is nothing but a display function. After that I'm creating a add poly function which has this prototype. Right now just concentrate on this add poly function which has return type structure poly pointer, and parameters are structure poly pointer 1 and structure poly pointer 2. I'm getting this parameter for representing first polynomial and this parameter representing other polynomial, so that the addition is possible. And addition after doing addition, I'm just retaining its initial address through this function. Now we need to understand this function. Okay, structure poly pointer add poly structure poly p1 and p2. Before addition, we just need to understand how the addition is going on. For that purpose, I'm presenting you how polynomial addition does. I'm using that for MS Paint. Consider this is first polynomial which has terms 5x cube plus 2x plus 3. Okay, and another polynomial having terms like 2x plus 5. Now first polynomial has number of terms 3 and second polynomial has number of terms 2. So the first polynomial and I'm representing an array which contains 3 terms representing coefficient and exponent. Okay, now I'm taking this coefficient and exponent and it has 3 terms 1, 2 and 3, and this polynomial has 2 terms 1 and 2. Okay, now I'm representing n is nothing but n is equal to 3 and the pointer t represents this array, and now this polynomial has n is equal to number of terms is equal to 2 and t represents this array or memory location, whatever you call it. Okay, right, and these terms contain coefficient and exponent. Coefficient, first term coefficient is 5 and exponent is 3. Second term's coefficient is 2 and exponent is 1. Third term's coefficient is 3 but exponent is 0. Now second polynomial's coefficient and exponent. First term's coefficient is 2 and exponent is 1. Second term's coefficient is 5 and exponent is 0. Okay, to represent first polynomial and its terms, I'm taking I, which has the initial position 0, which is nothing but first term of this polynomial. For second polynomial, I'm taking j, which has initial position 0, which is nothing but first term of this second polynomial. When we done addition, then we need to take other polynomial okay, and a respective array for that polynomial. Now third polynomial is of size first polynomial number of terms plus second polynomial's number of terms. Right now we consider it as a 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So I'm taking 5 memory blocks 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and this term representing this memory block. Now here we are getting number of terms is equal to polynomial first number of terms plus polynomial second number of terms, and it's t, which is nothing but a structure term pointer which represents this array. Right now, array or memory block, whatever we called, exponent. Right now I'm taking k as a variable which shows 0th term or first term of this addition polynomial. Now we need to understand how the addition is going on. First, to add some terms we need to check exponent of that both the terms. Right now I is representing first polynomial's exponent, which is nothing but 3, and j represents first polynomial term of second polynomial which has exponent 1. So if exponent of ith position is greater than exponent of jth position, then we need to copy ith position term to the resultant polynomial. In this case, I'm just copying this term to this place, which is nothing but first place okay. So I'm just copying this place 5, which is nothing but coefficient of this term, and 3, which is nothing but exponent of this term. Now we increment I to the second position, which is nothing but 1, but we never increment j, but we need to increment k because k is resultant polynomial's position indicator. Right now compare second position, and now this term is suppose wipe out from this polynomial. Now we moved to the next position where polynomial second terms exponent, polynomial first second terms exponent and jth exponent. Now in this position ith exponent and jth exponent are equal. Then we need to, when like this type of situation occur, then we need to add the exponent respective, we need to add coefficient of respective exponent or respective terms, and addition will be present to the resultant exponent, resultant polynomial. In this situation we need to add these two terms. We need to add these two terms, coefficient and result will be put into this position, right? So the next term of this polynomial will be 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 and exponent is 1 because they both are common. Now ith position, I increment itself to the second position and j increment itself to the first position. Okay, also increment itself to the second position. Now we need to compare ith exponent and jth exponent, right? Both are equal, so we need to add both coefficient and put it into the next term. Now the term will be 5 plus 3 is equal to 8 and exponent will be 0. Now we are getting the resultant polynomial as like this. This is the whole procedure for addition of two polynomials. Right now we need to move towards our program. Here I am doing addition. I am taking three variables I, j and k respectively represents polynomial first, polynomial second and resultant polynomial. I'm creating an and pointer which represents third polynomial addition, which is nothing but addition of both two polynomials. Right now consider here I'm taking number of terms, both first polynomial number of terms plus second polynomial number of terms, and terms will be created based on this addition by using malloc function. Right now here I'm creating polynomial dynamically as well as the terms present in that polynomial dynamically. I'm creating a while loop which iterate up to this condition. This condition is nothing but first polynomial number of terms and second polynomial number of terms. When I increment up to first polynomial number of terms and j increment up to second polynomial number of terms, both condition will be true, then this polynomial will execute up to that iteration. Then I'll take p1. P1 is nothing but first polynomial and ith position exponent is greater than, suppose, second polynomial's jth position exponent. Then I'll do this procedure where I'm just copying. You do not need to copy individual terms, individual exponent and coefficient. You just need to put this term p3, which is nothing but additional polynomial having term is equal to p1's term. I'm just copying that term which is present in polynomial first to the resultant polynomial and incrementing I and k, because I'm not incrementing j because I'm just copying first term from polynomial first. And in next if block I'm checking polynomial 2's j terms exponent is greater than, suppose, polynomial first ith term exponent. Then at that situation I'm just copying second polynomial's jth term into the resultant polynomial, and in this situation I'm incrementing j and k, not I, because I'm comparing only ith term. If both blocks are false, then else block will be executed where the exponents are equal. So you can take anyone's exponent, polynomial 1 or 2, there will be nothing conflict. I'm just copying the exponent present in polynomial first to the exponent at the resultant position, but in related with coefficient I'm just adding coefficient present in that exponent position in both the polynomial and incrementing three variables I, j and k. This loop will be executed up to this condition true. When this condition false, then it will go out from this while loop and come to this. If there are some terms which are present in polynomial 1 or polynomial 2, I am just copying that term. When this situation will arise, suppose I have two polynomials like this. Suppose I have two polynomials like this. First polynomial is, suppose I'm taking first polynomial is 5x cube plus 2x, and second polynomial is like 2x plus 5. In this situation, the 5 which has 0 exponent does not have corresponding exponent term in first polynomial. In this situation, we need to copy this 5 to the resultant polynomial. In this situation, when second polynomial does not have number of terms present in first polynomial, then while loop will not execute or while loop will not touch 5. So I need to just copy this 5 or which is a 0th term of second polynomial to the resultant polynomial. So I'm taking this for loop where I'm checking if I is less than number of terms present in first polynomial. If this situation is still true, then I just copy that term into the resultant polynomial and incrementing I and k both respectively. If j is less than number of terms present in second polynomial, at that situation I'm just copying second polynomial's term to that term, right, which represented by j, to the resultant polynomial and incrementing both I and j. The whole procedure will gives me at a resultant polynomial, which is nothing but addition of both polynomials. When I'll execute this program, you'll get more understanding or more understand about this program. Okay, I'm just executing this program, opening command prompt cmd, right, where the program is present in e drive, where data structure is a folder where I'm creating GCC. I'm using GNU compiler, so I'm using command prompt GCC, and program name is multpoly c hyphen o space multpoly. Suppose I'm giving it like this, right? It will successfully compile program and execute it. Okay, first term, suppose I'm taking first polynomial has 3 terms. Enter the number of terms 3. First term is has coefficient 5, exponent 3, 2 has 1 exponent 2x plus exponent is equal to, here I'm taking 3 having exponent 0, and other term is having number of terms 2, other polynomial having number of terms 2. First term is 2x plus 5, which has coefficient 0. Then you will see I'll have two polynomial. Given polynomial is 5x cube plus 2x, and other polynomial is 2x plus 5, and its resultant additional polynomial is 5x cube plus 4x plus 8. Are you getting this? And I'm continuing this video to show you how I'll do this multiplication. Right now, see, I'm creating a multipoly named function which has a return type structure poly pointer and having parameter structure poly pointer 1 and pointer 2. Okay, I'm just showing you how the function is like this, which has a return type poly structure poly p1 and poly p2. Multiplication is pretty much easy as compared to addition, because here we are just multiplying first term to the result to the other polynomial and adding the terms, like I'm showing you using pent. Suppose I have a first polynomial which has a term 5x cube plus 2x plus 3, and other polynomial is 2x plus 5. In this situation, we just need to multiply 5x cube to the second polynomial in 2x plus 5. We just need to understand how the multiplication is going on. First term is multiply with first term is multiply with first term of second polynomial, which is nothing but 2x plus 5x cube multiplied by 5. Okay, now here we just need to separate. In multiplication, coefficients are multiplied by itself, but exponent are added themselves. In this situation, coefficient are 5 and 2, and exponent are 3 plus 1. Okay, plus second term is second term has coefficient 5 multiplied by 5 and exponent is first has 3 exponent plus 0. Okay, you'll get more understanding. Then 10 x raised to 4, this is a resultant polynomial, plus 25 x raised to cube. We need to do this term, this multiplication more number of times, where the number of terms present in first polynomial. I'm creating a multi-poly function where I'm doing this. Okay, same like addition polynomial, but here I'm taking three number of pointers, because when I'm doing first term with second polynomial, then I'll get a polynomial. If suppose that first polynomial has a number of terms 2 and second polynomial has a number of terms 2, then resultant polynomial will be having 4 number of terms. But in this process, creating 2 polynomials, I just need to explain this.